Hey guys, seen Cornhole? He just did Grave Keeper profile, deck profile for today's tournament. It's gonna be up shortly, along with this. I did Geargia's today. I threw them together this morning. Actually, I completely changed the build, and I actually was gonna do Geargia Karakuris at first, but decided to do Machina Geargias, and I went top 4, and I only really lost to Gravekeepers twice, and it wasn't his Gravekeepers, it was someone else's Gravekeepers.
Yeah.
And
I lost to them to a mirror match.
and I didn't even lose to the Gravekeepers. I lost to the side deck Thunder King, which I still don't. I'm figuring out how to get over Thunder King. That hurts this deck kind of badly. I mean, it can't run. Thunder King can't run over us, but we can't run over Thunder King. So I don't know what to do about it right now. I'll show you the profile, I guess. I actually should have. Well, I still wouldn't have won the tournament, I don't think. But the one match I lost, or the game I lost before the top 8, it was against TG Stun, and round 1, he played Duality, and he took this trap card, and I wasn't paying attention. It was that one that switches monsters.
TGI.
And I had an MST in hand, and I didn't want to waste it, so I go off on my loop. And I have no monsters when I start this. I call the Haunted, bring it out, do this huge loop, right? And I end up with Geargia, Gear X, Gear Frame, and Big Eye. And he flips that thing, takes Big Eye, and I can't do anything at that point. He takes another one of mine at that. It was stupid. And then game 2, get this. All right, so I attack directly with Gear Frame and activate limiter removal before the damage step, which is a misplay. But then he changed Safe Zone and says my attack doesn't continue. And I didn't know the ruling, and 3 people agreed with him right away, so I just went with it. And then later, they were lying, and they said you accepted the game state, so it was stupid. And then he won again. So I had game 2 perfect. Like, he lost. That was 3,600, and he had 3,400 left. And then so it would have been at least game 3, and I should have won game 1, but I didn't pay attention to what he dualitied, which was that trap card that took it, so stupid, but whatever. Alright, deck. Sorry about this, guys. Here we go. That looks like a good angle. 1 cannon. Machina Cannon, level 8. Only reason is to summon one of the 3 Machina Fortresses. And I run Trip's Gear Frame. This deck is supposed to be pure consistency. I run 3 of pretty much every monster except for Cannon. Run 3 Arsenal, which I think I've already went over what these do. So I'll just show you what I did. Pretty much it's stall until you can set armor and then explode. 3 Accelerator, 3 Armor, 2 MK2, which I didn't like MK2 that much. I don't know what the future of him is. And I teched in Silver Sentinel, who, if anything, was a Caius target for some reason. He got banished so much, it was stupid. Yeah, so Silver Sentinel, not a huge fan. But the idea was funny, and he did make 1 play, so whatever. This is a trap-heavy deck right now, and it's basically just stall until you get that thing out. 2 Bottomless. 2 Call the Haunted. Starlight, 2 Compulse, 2 Torrential, 2 Solemns and Solemn Judgment, and 2 Fiendish. It's a lot of traps. Yeah. The Starlight Road, the Compulses. This makes plays. You can bring back Yugioh Accelerator, and then if they MST it and Yugioh Accelerator, you get a free search from the graveyard. So pretty. It's safe to run this many traps in this deck. It really is. Starlight Road helps. Main 2 MST, Pot of Arvis. Arvis is amazing. Limiter removal, why not? I win, pretty much. And Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Born. And literally, I can tell you every game, if I drew Geargia Accelerator Arsenal and or Armor. So Armor I just set and set a few traps, go. If they attack it and they don't kill it and they don't have T-King, I knew I would win at that point. Because not only do I get the first search, turn 2 comes around, effects, set, search again. Search a second Geargia in Arsenal. And with Geargia, that's literally all. You search two, you get 2 Geargia plus a gear frame plus a Machina Fortress off just that, just setting him. And that is over 8,000 damage, I know, because it killed people multiple times. It's 46, 25, 71, 89. 89. So it's amazing. The other thing amazing about Geargias is they're all Earths. And then that means in the side deck, Trip Shadow. I ran Trip's Probation. I'm never running this again, but it did make some funny plays. Against Gravekeeper as like Spy, and yeah, I hate Spy. 3 Soul Drain, didn't like Soul Drain either. 3 Monk, not running that ever again. So out of this, the only one I really used was Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. And then a Grand Mole, which I'm going to always keep in there for ninjas, because that would be really stupid. 1 Wise Cell, which is actually a good tech card still, and a Kinetic Soldier for Sam. So, if you were trying to actually at least take any advice from this deck, these cards, I'm sorry, everything's been upside down pretty much. Probably. 3 Shadow Imps, Grand Mole, Wise-Cell, and Kinetic Soldier would be the cards I recommend for side deck. Today, I acquired... Oh, I forgot. I pulled out the wrong cards. There's 2 of them. 2 Shards. I got 3 Shards of Greed. There's the other. I'm going to run this. It was so slow matches where one of my Gravekeeper games went 30 minutes and we were just playing. So Shard of Greed is definite because either Waste or MST. And then something I also was thinking about for Geargies, which really I think it could be done with general ease actually. They're all Earths. Psychic monsters are Earths. Beast and Barkion like Earth monsters. Beast and Barkion are very good. Geargia Swarm's super awesome. Trips Emergency Teleport, and then just run a 1-2, 2 level 3 tuners that are Earths, like Esper Girl. You will get Beast and Barkion second turn really easily if you can draw one of those. So, I mean, it just a lot. The one element these lack right now is Spell and Trap Control, and that gives it to them. I might try taking it in or something. Right now at this point, don't know. Looks like a good idea. Extra deck. The main card that I summoned. Pretty much this accounted for 99.9% of my special summoning. Gear Gigants. It's an amazing card. It really is. Oh, sorry. One last card. Big Eye. Those 4 cards. Amazing. Roach. Shockmaster. And Big Eye, if you didn't know, 2 Machina Fortresses. Desigma. Mastroke. Marigoist. Zenmaines. Utopia. Chimera Tech. Stardust. Look at that cool little pattern I did, and then whatever. Yeah. One card I would suggest adding would be Photon Proliferative, and I would take out probably Marigoist. Didn't use Marigoist once. Never even thought about using him. Photon Proliferative would beat Gravekeepers pretty handily because it forces them into attack, and they don't like being in attack generally. One more card. This deck can run macro. Especially if you're playing Dark Worlds or something. This deck can do macro. So you're going to only get the chance to spam the field probably twice, but assuming you're playing Dark Worlds, they got nothing. They have no response, assuming they can't get rid of it. So, yeah, that's a definite possibility. Next, I'm going to show you in a few seconds. Actually, I'm going to make the deck profile. My pure psychic deck. Oh. And I kind of want to do that next tournament already because someone wants me to lend them the Gear Gigants for his gadgets, which he's really good with. He has an amazing gadget build. But so I said I probably would, which means I can't run Gear. You can't run Gear Geese without at least 2 Gigants. I never won a game where I didn't go into at least 2, if not all 3 Gigants. You go through them fast. If you get the one search, once a Gigant gets its first search off, it's completed its mission. If it survives the turn, like if you attach Gear Frame to it, and it survives the turn, comes back, and you get that second search, you pretty much know you have the game at that point because you've now plussed to infinity and beyond. Yeah, just so good. From what I can tell, they're topping Toronto right now. We're coming close. Not my build exactly, but they're good. Armor, the card Armor, Geargia Armor, and the card Gigant X make up 99% of the deck itself, to be totally honest, but it's a good deck. So, yeah. See you guys.